Here, well, I don't know if anyone's actually going to join me for this. So if no one does, then I just plan on showing how I make animatics. But I just want to say thank you guys all so much for 800 subscribers. It really means so much to me. And how many of you guys have supported me in so many ways is just really incredible. And thank you so much. I still have a very bad connection. I'm not sure how to fix this. Is everything coming through all right, though? I'm really not sure how to fix this connection. We'll try that. Anyway, for a little bit, I'll just show you guys. This is my new notebook. Just small black one. Medium black one. Smaller black one. It's working okay? Alright, well, me and my lovely audience of Signy will be having a great time. This is just my current notebook that I'm going to be drawing in. Here, maybe I'll try moving across my room. Maybe from close to the center of my house where the Wi-Fi signal is actually decent. Fun fact, my room's Wi-Fi sucks because I live at the very edge of my house and our signal isn't like fantastic, and so half the time I lose my connection. And sadly, I'm on like older data right now, so. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, that seems to have made it happy, at least for now. Alright. So, basically the idea is the plans for this, as far as I planned out, was basically to take drawing requests, if you want to know, kind of show you how I do animatics, even though it's pretty self-explanatory, I feel, or do like a little about me thing. So, do you have any preference? Okay, we'll start with kind of like those author or meet the artist things that I keep seeing, or that I kept seeing floating around for a while, but we'll do it like really basic. It's kind of tricky to draw while simultaneously holding this. But it's not like I have any other better alternatives ideas, so we'll just go with this. I mean, it's not like my appearance is really a hidden thing. Thank you, Dark Knight. My appearance isn't really a hidden thing. If you follow like my Instagram, I post my face on there when I'm actually feeling decent about myself. Those rare times when you have decent self-esteem, you know? So I guess I probably look kind of like this. I don't know if the part's on the right side or not. And I love wearing jackets. I'm so sad when it's summer and you can't wear jackets without dying. Because I really love wearing jackets. They're almost like a portable security blanket or something. I don't know. I love them. Summer can go die. I don't like the heat. The heat is awful. Like, I saw this post floating around, and it was essentially just saying that, like, if you're cold, you can put on layers. It's not a big deal. But if you're hot, you just die. There's not really much you can do about being way too hot. Alright. So that is a rough doodle of myself. I have dark hair. I am a white child. And I part my hair. What more do you need to know? So that's a little self-portrait. I understand comparing yourself to others, Dark Knight, and the thing is, people will comment on some of my videos occasionally, and this, I don't mean to make this sound self-glorifying. This might. I love the cold, too. I don't mean to make this sound self-glorifying, but it might come across that way. I don't think I'm that good at art. Like, honestly, my art is okay, but there are so many people out there with such incredible styles, and they can show so many things, and my art is okay. I've gotten to the point in my life where I feel like I can confidently say my art's okay, but I honestly don't think my art's that good. So I guess it's just a matter of learning that sometimes people just, I don't know, appreciate your art. It's really bizarre. Art's bizarre. Let's see. What do I like? I like animals. Oh, I love the color blue. Blue is by far my favorite color. It has always been my favorite color. My room is blue. I have blue towels. I have a blue bookcase. I love the color blue so much. Now I'm just looking around my room trying to remember what I like. I feel like if I put likes drawing on there, that's kind of redundant. I like Diet Coke. I don't know if I necessarily like Diet Coke Coke this much at this point, or if I just rely on it to keep me awake. I feel like it's basically my version of alcohol. Like, a bunch of people will say that they don't like soda because of how fizzy it is, and I totally get what they're talking about. But for me, it's like the bubbles, like, go down and they, like, sear your throat, and you're like, it burns on the way down. Nothing like nice glass of Diet Coke right when you get back from work. I like video games, but I'm cheap, and so I don't usually buy a ton. I like to watch people play video games. I do that too. I guess I really especially like older video games. Like, I don't hate new video games, but I'm kind of like one of those, basically a hipster who I'm like, oh, well, you should see what GameCube games I have. Which is actually just 2, but whatever. Yeah, it took me a long time to actually start, like, using drawing notebooks. Here, I'll show you guys. Oh, thank you, Signy. I love my basil plants. Maybe I'll go and show you guys them later. But, so I recently, we'll walk across my room. It took me a while to start keeping drawing notebooks, and I finally got everything together. But the thing is, like, it doesn't really matter what they look like on the outside. So I think I started keeping them around, that's like 9th grade, so that's about 4-ish years ago for me. No, or like 3. So like 3-ish years ago or something, I started using drawing notebooks consistently. But up until that point, I mostly just used a bunch of lined sketchbooks. So, I mean, I don't think that the outside look of notebooks are really a big deal. Like, all of these look basically exactly the same. I just do sometimes little decorations, basically, on the covers to kind of make sure so I can keep track of which side is the front, because they look the same on the back and the front. But I don't know, the outside to me doesn't really matter. Like, here's one of my first notebooks, like drawing notebooks that I really kept. I threw out a lot. I used to tear out the pages and throw them out. And I kept some of the drawings, which are now in binders and stuff. But, like, it's beaten down. It's held together by tape. It's pretty sad. Oh, do you guys want to look at some of my old art? That could be fun. Because, obviously, I have plenty of old art that I could show you guys, if you guys want to do that. If you don't, I don't mind. I take no offense. Oh, I wish I had dated mine, too. I have... So, because I kept the notebooks... Okay, we'll show you some old stuff in a sec. But because I kept the notebooks, I can pretty much gauge, because I have a pretty good memory about, like, my art and stuff, so I can look back and I can say, okay, when was I into, I don't know, I'm trying to find a good example, over the garden wall, or, usually, like, oddly enough, I tend to remember stuff if I drew it around Christmas. So I look around, or if I drew it in the middle of summer. So I'll look around and I'll be like, oh, I remember drawing that because I was drawing something over Skype with my cousin. So I'll say, that last time I saw my cousin was this many years ago, and kind of like backtrack, essentially, to get an idea, a general idea. Oh, yeah. That's actually one of the problems with these notebooks, is why they're just kind of loitering here. It's because a lot of it is school notes, but then I have some good pictures, and then I have some writing prompts that I filled in them. But I can't actually keep track of which writing prompts are in what books. So that kind of sucks. I wish I had better kept track of some of that stuff, and some of it is just gone, and I have no idea where it went. But yeah. Would you guys rather look at, we'll go with one of the binders, because my binders tend to have way more diverse, here, I'm walking back over to my little corner, more diverse years of art in them. This is from, like, way back when I was way young. This is probably, oh no, that's a prompt fill. This is back, some things I used to do with my siblings. I always wanted to be able to keep a diary. I thought it would be cool, but I never can keep it for too long. I photocopied this because I ended up using the back of this paper for something else. Oh, that's what my cousin drew me. She's so cute. My little cousin drew that for me, and I adore her a lot. That's an old idea for some animal. Just lots of old stuff here. Let me see if I can find, like, because this is old, but I have some, like, really crazy old, that's some of Brownie's pictures. I have some really crazy old stuff in here somewhere. We're going to try the other notebook, the other binder. The other binder might have it. I'll just prop this up because I don't have an extra arm to squeeze it back in there. There. The dark blue one. Lucky dark blue. See, look, blue. Oh, this is that time I drew Pokemon. Oh, a fact about my life, Dark Knight, is literally my best drawings ever are on my math homework that I turn in. Always. Always, always, always. And then sometimes I don't ever get that homework back. And then it's, for some reason, doodling just comes out great. And then you sit down on a piece of paper, and it sucks. I have no idea why. It just is like that. This is 6th grade. I had a cat. No, I didn't actually have a cat. I had a cat character. I copied that from a comic book. Like, I looked at it and drew it myself, which I'm very proud of. This is one of my old story ideas that I've long since abandoned. And for some reason, like, my colored pencils would never work right. Like, they always look like crayon, which was just sad. I've redrawn this design a lot of times since I first drew this. Yeah, this is some old stuff. I don't know if you guys ever played, like, Rayman. This is from Rayman 2. I was going to do a human, like, adaptation comic thing for it, but I never ended up finishing because the pages would smudge. And now I have fixative that can prevent that. But at the time, I didn't know to do that. And I don't always do it, but... Oh, yeah, look. Again, wish I had dated my drawings, because this is a drawing from at some point in my childhood. Yeah. Absolutely. I actually one time had a teacher that said out loud to the class, and she didn't include my name, but I totally knew she was talking about me. She said, "Your assignments aren't art projects. Don't draw on them." And she didn't say my name or anything, so she didn't call me out. So she's a cool teacher. I love that teacher, actually. But I remember being like, well, I don't even remember when exactly I started it. Because I remember that in 8th or 9th grade, like, at the beginning of the year, I never used to do it at all. And then at some point by the end of the year, I doodled all over everything, and I couldn't figure out when I had started to do it. Oh, yes. Those are some good eyes, and that's some good hair. Here, well, I do this in my notebooks all the time. Next to, specifically in my actual notebooks, next to, a lot of my pictures, I'll redraw them currently. Yeah, I'm actually, for the most part, I've been very blessed in my school career to have decent teachers. The further I get into high school, the less of a case that is. I start to get some more frustrating teachers. But for the most part, I've had teachers that have been pretty reasonable. I had some bad ones, like, way back in elementary school, but, you know, that was way back in elementary school. What can you do? You gotta move on. And some of them, I feel like sometimes people mistake bad teachers for hard teachers that push you. I always wanted to take art Dark Knight. I mean, I took art once in 7th grade, and I took ceramics in 9th grade. But I've never really taken, like, specifically a drawing class. That's what I've always wanted to do, or a painting class. And so, sadly, I've never really gotten around to taking them. I'm a little bit too academically minded, I think. And the other thing is, so Dark Knight, you're talking about how you're like, my art isn't that good, blah, blah, blah. But you just told me you're only going into 8th grade. That's honestly not a long time. Yeah, I'm not taking any arts next year, and I'm going to try to see if I can maybe fix it, because I'm actually getting really bummed out about it. Because I've always wanted to take an art class, but I've never actually taken a drawing class, and I've always wanted to, and I don't know what held me back. I'm just freaking out about tomorrow, like, next year's my senior year, and then it's college, and so I'm like, should I try to be building up my transcript, or what? I don't even know. And so I'm just hoping to, like, relax during the summer, but my mom is, like, just disappointed that I'm not doing enough or whatever. Oh, wow, so we're, like, just all across that middle school, high school spectrum here. We have a 8th grader, we have a oh, hold on. Freshman is 9th grade, right? So you guys are pretty similar in age. And that's also another thing that you shouldn't be afraid of in your art, is to essentially steal stuff from people. Which, not literally, never steal art. And if you ever actually trace art, you should never post it. I understand tracing art to try to get the feel of it, but you should never post any traced art. But, like, for instance, ways that I've drawn ears. I've drawn ears because I've looked at how people draw ears, and then I incorporate that. Or I've looked at how people draw eyes, and then I try to figure out how I can draw that. And even if it's not exactly how they draw it, I take inspiration from them. I mean, if we're, like, so we're talking about, you guys are 8th and 9th grade-ish. Oh, this is 9th grade drawing. Like, this is 9th grade drawing too, though. That was 8th. I lied. That other one was 8th or 7th. This one's 9th. But, like, you should always absolutely push yourself to be better. But try not to be too hard on yourself, because you guys are, like, way still learning how to draw. You're still figuring it out. I was nothing to exactly gawk at. And to be honest, the quality of art, like now, but especially back then, fluctuated a lot. Like, 1 minute, I'd be able to draw really cool stuff. And then the next second, I'd draw nothing. Well, references aren't bad. I don't know where people get the... Sorry, I'm grabbing my charger. I don't know where people really get the idea that references are a bad thing. References are great. What people say study anatomy and stuff, but what do you think that is? That's looking at references and learning how to incorporate that. That's all studying art is using references to figure out how to draw it. So references aren't ever bad. And I think there is, like, kind of a difference between being able to use a reference to draw and being able to draw from your own head. And both of those are different and should be kind of treated almost differently. Because sometimes people can draw from reference really good, but they suck at drawing from their head. Or sometimes people are great at drawing what they can see in their head to an extent, but suck at other stuff. Ugh, hands are such a bother. I still suck at hands. I can draw hands in a few ways, but hands are no bueno. Like, I don't know, sausages at the end of a circle. I don't know, something like that. But, like, here, even here, you can see I just took time and drew out a bunch of eyes. How do I want to draw eyes? Hey, if your classmates are judging you, so either they're ratty artists that need to be knocked down a peg, because everyone's learning and they just need to accept that, or B, they're not artists and they don't understand how hard it is to draw. It is so easy to look at any talent. We'll take like playing the violin. It's so easy to look at someone who can play the violin and say, wow, you're incredible, but that's so easy. But to actually be able to attain a skill is hard. That's the thing that's tricky about art. Art is so easily consumed. Art is quickly consumed. Like, bam, you look at that and you've consumed the art. But it takes a long time to actually create and to create it well. So I think that's what people have a hard time with. Here you go. Here is actually a great thing to show you guys. Yes, this is back in 6th grade, so don't judge me for my interests. But this is what I used to do in 6th grade. I used to literally just take pictures from manga, and then I would copy them. Like, I'd look at it, and I would just basically draw that on another piece of paper, and people would all be all impressed. And to be honest, it helped me understand some things about shading, and it helped me understand it was useful. Yes, Ichigo. And Keigo. I love Keigo. I feel like he was underrated. Honestly, I feel like Bleach should have ended after, like, the second or third arc. And there was, like, some really good, like, stopping points for Bleach. But, yeah, so I used to do that all the time. I used to, like, oh, if you check out my last sketchbook tour, I redrew this character. And I feel pretty proud of it. Oh, this is way young me. I don't know what age this was. This was so young. Oh, I liked Snell a lot, too. Hey, Pidge. I'm so happy to have you here, Pidge. I mean, you comment on a lot of my stuff, but I don't know if I've ever done a live stream with you here. So that's cool. Right now, we're just looking at, because I think 2 people came recently. Right now, we're just going through one of my really old sketchbooks. And then maybe if you guys can tell me whether you'd prefer for me to go through another old one, we can go through, I can talk to you guys about how I do animatics, or I can take requests. Or whatever else you guys come up with that you guys want me to do. here's some more. This is 7th grade me with my bleach OC, actually. As long as we're on bleach. Look at those long legs. Good stuff. But see, the point is that you can see me trying. Does that make sense? And you should try to almost look at your art this way. Those wrinkles suck. Those are awful. But I'm trying. Yeah, actually, here, tell you what, because I don't want any of you guys to put your information out if you guys are uncomfortable with it. But, oh, my connection got bad again. Sorry about that, guys, if there's any problems. But here's my email if any of you guys ever want to email me or anything. It's if you can't read it, it says Becky11, like 11, Weber at gmail.com. So feel free to connect with me. I don't want any of you guys, if you're uncomfortable with, to like give me your emails anywhere where other people can see them. Oh, I remember being so proud of this. And this is bizarre. So back when I drew this, I was better at drawing people looking off to the right than I was at drawing people looking off to the left. And now I'm better at drawing people with their heads tilted to the left than to the right. So it's just bizarre, because I have no idea when that change took place. And of course I will be uploading this later, so if you guys ever need to double check stuff. Oh, I used to draw these in 5th grade at requests. Like, they weren't commissions, because I never got paid or anything. I mean, I'm a simple person. But people used to request me to draw them in this kind of stuff, and then I would. Way back. See, I was a big drawer, even back in 6th grade. Incredible. This is another young thing from young Becky. That's not how you spell my name, even kind of. So this was probably, I must have been like 4 or 5 when I drew this. But I used to, so I've always, I don't know how to put it. I always enjoyed drawing. I never really knew if I was actually any good at it, but I always enjoyed drawing. So I used to play like make-believe, and I would draw a picture, and then I'd pretend to like submit it to like somebody, and then I'd write yes all over it because I had gotten accepted or whatever. I don't even know. But there, you're seeing like loads of, look, this is all backwards now. Oh well. That's also young me. Listing colors, in case you didn't know what all the colors are. I feel like we're missing some colors in here. Yeah, there's no yellow. That's okay, though. This is way back in some point in time, 7th grade. This was 7th grade. Yes, that is what my email is. Yeah, I don't like Italia anymore. I always found the concept of it very interesting, but I don't feel like it was ever executed in a way that I enjoyed. But that also, all my interests, you can see them almost compounding to develop into the style I currently use. I always liked drawing, but it took this, like, an event in 2nd grade. Yeah, it took an event in 2nd grade for me to really, like, start realizing that I really adored it. Like, I was better than your average 2nd grader or whatever. I was better than your average young child. But I wasn't really anything to, like, fawn over. I redrew that guy, too, in my recent sketchbook tour. I drew long torsos and legs. Like, I don't know why, but I just used to draw... That was actually the beginning of this year, these are. I used to draw a heck of long torsos and legs. Oh, these are all semi-recent stuff. So that's no fun. Okay, so do you guys want to look at... Well, I'll just ask, what do you guys want to do now? I can talk about how I do animatics, which somebody requested, but I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. We can do some drawing requests. I can keep looking through old sketchbooks and just talking to you guys. Whatever you guys want to. This entire thing is just as my way of saying thank you to you guys. So I just want to do what you guys want to do. That, or I can also do like little tutorials or something on how I draw. I'm going to be putting this camera down for a sec, so don't freak out. You're just going to get a lovely view of my carpet. Like, I can do little tutorials on how I draw different things. Whatever you guys want. Like, for the most part now, I draw legs like... Draw a creepy something. No. Sorry, one sec. Demon inside my head. Sorry, it's so hard to keep this focused on me while I draw. Oh, I'm proud of both those tutorial videos I've done. I know. To be honest, I find something really relaxing about just watching someone draw. I don't know why. Which makes me sound very self-glorifying, like, oh, you know me. I actually don't like watching videos where I talk very much. It makes me uncomfortable at myself. But I love just watching someone draw, like speed paint, especially if they're like traditional art speed paints. I kind of assumed you were a girl, Dark Knight. I don't know why you assumed that I assumed you were a boy. Oh, do you want... And this isn't really a gender yet. I'm just drawing a picture. I'm not drawing it based on anyone. Because your profile picture's a boy. Or sorry, your profile picture's a girl, so I just kind of assumed. Insomnia or low self-esteem. When I think of monster inside my head, I just think of... Like, I don't know. Huh. My hair is like the flattest thing on earth. Which I guess is good, because, you know, every hair has its disadvantages, but my hair is flat. It's flat as a pancake. Don't mind me, I just don't know what I'm trying. I don't know where this picture's going, by the way. I hope you guys don't think I have an idea. I have no idea what I'm trying. I don't know. I'm bad at thinking up, like, creepy things on the fly, to be honest. I have this one friend who always is like, draw something creepy, and then I draw something. Hi, Moon Opal! Right now I'm just doodling some, like, based on the prompt monster inside my head, so I don't know. No, that's not what I want to draw. Monster inside my head. I don't know. I don't know. I'm bad at drawing creatures. Like, I don't know. Something like... I have no idea where I'm going with this. Like I told you guys, I have no idea where I'm going with this. But we'll make its hair be like... its tail's like her hair or something. Like, I don't know. For some reason, this makes me think of Dirty Paws from Monsters and Men. Like, because it says, my head is an animal. Or something like that. So there we go. That's probably the best I've got for that. Oh, when I get, like, really, like, my self-esteem, like, plummets, and I get, like, really, like, self-hate going on in my life, when that happens, I tend to, my drawings get really destructive looking. Like, I had a really hard time in 9th grade, and so often, this kind of mentality gets, like, the worst when I'm at school. So in 9th grade, I drew a lot of pictures of people, like, being impaled or dying or being dead or all that stuff. Like, they'd get really macabre. Like, and I've had... Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Oh, no, I made a mistake. Okay. But I just, like, art is an expression. I don't know, man. Art's art. Art's weird. Thank you, Elijah. I actually am. I'm really happy with how that mouth turned out. Even though it's like, I really am bad at drawing animals. Like, I wish I could. Muzzles specifically. Like, any animal that has a muzzle basically freaks me out. Because I don't know how to draw that in perspective in any way, shape, or form. Thanks, Gavin. Well, I always wish I could draw crying. I can draw crying, but I can never quite figure out tears. I don't know, because they're, like, loopy. Like, I don't know whether I want them to be, like, tangible almost. Okay, my camera, like, just went fuzzy really bad. I'm sorry about that. It's okay. Everyone has their own talents. Like I said, I wish I could sing. I love the talents I have. I'm very happy and I feel blessed with the talents I have. I don't ever want anyone to be like, you take your talents for granted, because I don't. But I've always wished I could be able to sing. I mean, clearly I like musicals, but I've never been very good at that. Dang, this is just... My phone is so hot right now. Like, honestly, my phone is just so flipping hot. We're gonna just take off those layers that are on my phone. And my battery's dying, so should my battery just completely go kaput in the middle of this? I apologize, but, like, it is plugged in. It's just almost, like, can't keep up with it. Anyway, what do you guys want me to do now? I'm totally here for you guys. Like I said, we can talk and look at old notebooks some more, or even old lined notebooks if you'd prefer, that have, because that's where really like my random doodles are, like my just I'm bored, here's me randomly drawing. Oh, don't even, like, self-doubt. Self-doubt is the worst. Every now and then I love how I look, but most of the time I just hate myself, and I hate this, and I hate that. And that's one of the reasons I want to thank you guys so much, is because this channel has done a lot to just tie me over for the past while. And, like, just manages to keep me going, which is why I'm so thankful for all of your support. But I want you guys to know that I love you, and that you guys aren't alone. Because I'm here for you. If you guys need someone to talk to, my email's in this video. You guys can talk to me. I'm here for you guys. And I cherish each and every one of you. I haven't drawn. There's only like, I used to draw this one specific dragon a lot. It's in one of my notebooks. Who knows which one. I'm pretty sure, and this is one of those things where I could never really share this, because I totally got some of the inspiration for this design off of a picture on the internet. So I would never want to really, like, showcase this guy as my own, because I would always be afraid of, like, being called out or even getting in trouble. I don't know, his wings are down. We'll say his wings are down. I don't know how. There. It's like poking up, so it's like folded down or something. Something like that. Thank you. I love him. I don't remember if he ever had a name. I just used to draw him a lot. Oh, someone mentioned earlier they were talking about legs, and I was going to just show. So basically my legs, I think technically they're supposed to have a knee, but I always forget the knee, so I just kind of do. My legs are like one line, and then they go boop, and then here's like the thigh, and there's the foot. Oh, always. Always. I always feel like that. Or like, oh, it's so bizarre. Life just is bizarre. Thank you, Quinn. He's a very sophisticated dragon. Like, you've been doing so good, and then suddenly you start feeling bad, but you can't find, like, the reason you've been feeling bad. And so, like, if you at least knew why, you could try to figure out how to fix it, but because you don't, you can't. Yay, legs. Alright, any more requests? Or we can look at notebooks, or we can, I don't care, tutorials. Yeah, it's sad when a friend leaves. It's sad when a friend leaves and they're still around, if you know what I mean. Ah, flip. What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, my phone is so hot right now. My heavens. Kid Flash. Aw, oh, man. I hate to tell you this, but I don't know superheroes very well. Like, almost not at all. You're not just a sad person. And to be honest, you say you're going into 8th grade. 7th and 8th grade were a time where, like, looking back, I call it this, it was very much an emo phase in my life. Not necessarily that, but, like, I was just very sad constantly. And I almost wanted to be sad constantly. And I'm not going to say that this is how you are. Don't worry, I'm not trying to project my feelings from when I was young onto you. But I just remember when I was around your age, I used to be very... I almost wanted to be a sad person. I'm not really sure why. And it was a very sad period in my life. It was not a good time. And I don't know what changed or anything. But honestly, middle school is hard. Middle school is just hard, dude. I think what helped me get through it the most is I managed to find some really good friends that got me through it. And that were there for me even when I was just sitting around being sad. I've never really understood dating so young. I mean, I guess I get it, but I've never really understood dating in middle school. I've never seen the appeal. And you know what? I don't know what to say, to be honest. Yeah. I don't know. And a lot of times people's advice is, if you have friends that are not appreciating you, ditch them. But you don't realize how hard it is to get new friends. Friends are so hard to figure out. And I'm just I've been very blessed to have very good friends in my life that just kind of appeared there, basically. But I don't know. You have me, and I know that's not the same. I can't be there for you at every moment of your life. I can't go through school with you as an emotional support. But I guess in a way that's the cool thing about the internet these days, is at the same time, in a way, I can. In a way, I can be there for you. Like, in a sense, you can carry me in your pocket. And you have my email. All of you guys can contact me whenever you need me to. And sometimes I'm slow on replying, and sometimes I don't know if I'll say the right thing. But I'm always here to support you. Yeah, my school's pretty big. There's a lot of people in it, lots of cliques. And the thing is, you'd think that with so many people, you could find so many people to be friends with. And there are a lot of very friendly people. But to be part of someone's group is a very hard thing to do. Oh. How big will my graduating class be? Shooting. I'm trying to remember. Hold on one sec. Let me see if... Because Brownie's here and she's here with her friend and they might know. Let's find out. Well, you're about to know her name. Hey, Katie!
What?
How big is our graduating class going to be?
I don't know. 700.
Like 700 or 800?
Yeah, 700-ish.
You got to print it off?
It was
Do you want to say hi to everyone? Hi. To all three. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. My phone literally just decided it was too hot to function. See, look, I'm telling you, my twin is just too hot and literally just heated up the room too much. And so basically, right now I'm crouched under my bed next to my heater. Not heater, cooler. Yes. And she brought me ice, which is what really matters in the end, don't you think? See, I have a good twin. Anyway, sorry, let me catch up with what. Yeah, but my graduating class will be 700 to 800-ish people. No, I totally get what you mean, Dark Knight. Life is hard. And it's just so nice to know, like, you know, people go through things, but it's a completely different thing to hear people say it. And, like, when people say it, it makes it real. And when people you look up to say it, it changes, like, so much. Here, I don't know. I don't think I can change that orientation. Now see part of my face. Because we're just crouching here letting my phone cool off. But when you hear people you look up to say it, I don't know, it A, makes people feel more real, and B, like, I don't know, makes life feel more real, like, I don't know, it's so hard to describe. My phone's still pretty hot. This gosh dang thing. Wait, really, Signe? 40 people? I can't imagine. I literally, like, can't imagine having only 40 people in my, like, graduating class. I have so many people. We have so many people at my school. Like, and again, that's, like, only my graduating class. So, where I live... Sorry. I'm changing where I am again. Now that I have this lovely bag of ice from my twin. So where I live, high school is basically just... let's see. 10th, 11th, and 12th grade is high school. And 9th grade, even though you're still like a freshman or whatever, that's part of middle school. So middle school is then 7th, 8th, and 9th. And elementary school goes from 6th to, well, it goes from 1st to 6th. Yours will probably be about the same, Quinn. So, here, let me reorientate this because I hate So basically, where was I going? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so my school, my high school, holds about, like, let's see, it's about, no, almost 2,000-ish kids probably. Your middle school goes from, yeah, most middle schools go from 6th to 8th. Most of them do. That's why 9th is called freshman, is because it's supposed to be your first year in that grade, in high school. But where I live, it's just never been like that. It's bizarre here. We're weird. We like to think we're special, but sorry, I'm holding up ice to my overheated phone. Sorry about that. I was drawing a puppy in a teacup at one point for Dark Knight. Don't mind me. I will now get back to that. But yeah, there's a lot of kids. And so, like I said, you'd think that with so many kids, you'd be like, oh, it must be so easy. But really, everyone has their own little groups. Again, I'm not really sure how to draw animals. I ended up kind of gearing my life towards drawing humans, and then completely forgot that drawing actual animals was ever a thing. until I one day needed to draw them. And then I was like, oh crap, I never invested any time into this. Just like with drawing objects, like tables or backgrounds. Basically, I can draw people. That's basically what I've geared everything in my life toward, in my drawing towards. Wow. So I take it then, Dark Knight, that you come from a pretty big school too? So then, Signe, does that mean that you're from like a less populated area or something? Like, I'm not going to be some kind of creep that's like, where do you live? But then I assume you've grown up somewhere more, probably more rural. That or you just have lots of schools there. Quinn, the word you're looking for is click. You said cliche. That's a different thing. Yeah. I don't know how to draw a dog. This dog looks somewhat human, which is probably disturbing to all of you guys. I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. Like I said, Quinn, I accidentally geared my entire life towards my self-esteem depending on how academically successful I am. Therefore, I care about that kind of stuff. And I'm a Nazi police. Grammar Nazi police. Grammar police. I'm tired. I'm always tired. And do any of you guys use that excuse like 24/7? Like, you do something, you're like, oh, don't worry about it, I'm just tired. And everyone's like, Becky, that's always your excuse. There, ta-da. That looks like a dog, kind of. I liked him more before I finished it. Let's see, I could... I don't know. What do you guys want to do now? I feel almost like when you have a friend over, and then, like, you're like, well, let's play Mario Kart, and then you play Mario Kart, and then you're like, friend amigo, what now? Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the dog. Oh, it's a tea. It's tea, so I should probably... No, we have a tea bag. Art challenge? What do you mean by that, Dark Knight? And again, if you guys want to interact with me in other ways, I do have my other social medias. Like, I have an art Tumblr, I have a Insta that you guys can use. Pretty sure Signe knows, like, all of those. They should be in my description, but I have no idea, like, YouTube descriptions, but... the-east-art@tumblr.com. I don't know if I can check my email while I'm doing this. Like, that sounds like fun, but I don't know if I can check my email while I'm doing this. But, like, oh, wait, no, I see what you mean. Like, I'll draw it right now and then I'll get it later? Is that what you mean? Because I'm, I'm just a little bit in the middle of thanking everybody for everything. Oh, geez, that was so long ago, Signe, but I do remember that. I absolutely remember that lizard in a hat, because I remember being so proud of drawing a lizard in a hat. I think, okay, I remember now. So, I had sent out that I was taking requests, and then how to describe this? In my religion, people will go out to serve missions across the world. So, one of my good friends who is older than me, she was having like a farewell, it was like a very small party basically, and hers was very small, with just her friends to kind of say, hey, let's hang out and one last time before she leaves to halfway across the world or whatever. She went to Argentina, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to put the ice back on my phone while I talk. Hold on, let me draw the plate on this so I can at least say I filled the requests. Yay! So, we were playing Werewolf. I don't know if you guys have ever played Werewolf or Mafia or anything like that. I feel like everyone calls it something different. But we were playing that. And so in it, you have to close your eyes or whatever while everything else goes on. And then you can have your eyes open only for like a short period of time. It's a game where basically if you're not the narrator of the game, you have your eyes closed most of the time. And when your eyes are open, you're trying to solve this mystery. Especially the way she played it. It was very much like you had to use every second when your eyes were open. So I had sent out that I was taking drawing requests. And then I had gone to this party where my eyes were closed like 90% of the time. Which was a big issue. Because I wanted to fill these requests. And I wanted to fill them somewhat quickly so that people could know that they could rely on me to actually fill requests. And I didn't want to seem like a jerk that had said I'm taking them and then never fill them. So during one of the rounds with my eyes closed, I attempted to draw a lizard with a hat on. That's, like, that was a long roundabout way to get to the very short answer, but basically that's why I had my eyes closed while I attempted to fill your request. But I absolutely remember the lizard in the hat, and I was very, very, very proud of the lizard in the hat. Probably by far one of the best things I have ever drawn. Ugh. Oh, we had some more requests, but I don't remember them anymore. Oh, if you wanted to tell me what theme you want during the night, I'm open to that. And maybe sometime we could even, like an actual, or I don't know, I mentioned when I was looking at one of my notebooks or whatever, with my way young cousin, and so I used to, like, FaceTime her, and we'd both be like, we're both going to draw this, and then we'd show it to each other, and we don't do it as much anymore. I should maybe think about it. All the way, like, not all the way, but pretty decent ways across the United States, so I don't know if you guys want to jump in on the, like, little art theme thing. That would be cool, too. Sorry, I'm trying to cool off the other side of my phone. That'd be cool too. I'm totally open to that as well. And you guys can like all send them to my thing or something, and I don't know how we'd all show it to each other or whatever. I don't know who joined in and watching, but right now we're just talking. I might be taking an art theme challenge for Dark Knight, but if you want, you can also tell me any requests. You can tell me if you want any tutorials or any questions about how I do animatics. We can look at old sketchbooks or old line notebooks of mine or whatever, basically. I'm in my room, so I could give you a tour of my room. I don't really care. Oh, I scared them off. But at least they left a like before they left, which is sweet. I believe in you. I'm just dragging people off left and right. I'm a poor host. Probably actually be drawing instead of just showing people my lovely advice. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Oh, look! There's bubbles! Oh, we're having a dance party. The dog's having a dance party. Dude, this is weird. Why would anyone really use filters? Monsters? Like the theme's monsters? How do I, normal. There we go. Okay, I can draw a monster. Maybe. Like I said, I'm actually not really good at drawing anything creepy. The creepiest thing I've ever drawn is probably this one Chara I drew. She's in one of my sketchbook tours. I know, because I was scouring my sketchbook tours to try to find out what... I needed to find this reference for a picture I'd drawn at one point, but I didn't know in what notebook it was, so I was skimming through my sketchbook tours. But it wasn't... And I knew I did a sketchbook tour with it in it. But I still couldn't figure out which sketchbook tour it was in. Or which notebook it was in. Maybe in a second. In case you guys don't know, Matthias is actually just Katie. Don't be fooled. After I finish drawing this, it's a werewolf. I'm not even going to try to be transparent about it. I'm just drawing a werewolf. Or I guess I'm going to be transparent about it. I'm not going to try to not be transparent. I don't know. Well, I guess technically. Is this a girl or a guy? Who knows? That's not a question any of you guys asked. I just thought, in case you guys wanted to know, I have no clear idea of the gender of this thing. That's a lovely sleeve. Gosh dang it, phone. Stop getting so hot. If you keep getting hot, then we're going to cut out again and everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, Becky's a terrible host. Let's never go to one of her live stream parties again. Too much booze. 0 out of 10. I don't drink booze. Don't I hope you guys don't think I do. Here, and then just for Katie. No, this is, I need to draw lower. In case you guys ever watch my sketchbook tours, Katie is the one I'm referring to that I constantly draw her characters of. And so every time I come across like pages just filled with her characters. Partially because I feel comfortable drawing hers. Like, I'm never sure about drawing other people's characters. But her characters are, no offense, Katie, if you're still watching this, but they're almost mine. Like, I'm basically their aunt. With the grabby hand. And then we'll have one, like, gripping there. I don't know Fukari, but I know Vivzy Pop. Oh, hold on. I don't think Katie's still on the stream. So, we gotta go. Katie!
What?
You know Vivzy Pop?
Yeah?
Yes, somebody mentioned their name. Do you love Vivzy Pop?
I do indeed.
I love Vivzy Pop.
I hope someday that zoophobia will be continued, but who knows? They did something about it, but I didn't watch the whole video.
They're watching Game Theory. Or not Game Theory, GT Live. Which is basically what half my life is. I watch YouTubers. But yes, I have heard of Vivzy Pop, and I love them. Oh, I love them and the flow of their style. Oh, stunning. Their animation, gorgeous. Hey, bitch. We missed you. We really didn't probably... Oh, no. Among bad things, that one's like number 10. Sorry. That was something else. My charger accidentally took a dip into my water cup. We've just been kind of fooling around. Like we do. If you have any requests on what we're doing, feel free to say. Oh, I love the Kesha one too. So good. I mean, obviously, we've been, in case you guys didn't know, I've been live streaming for 72 minutes now, which is the longest I've ever live streamed. And I'm willing to go as long as you guys want. Actually, that's a lie. I have to be done around 5 because it's my friend's birthday and we're going to go and me and some of my other amigos are going to go and surprise him and take him out for ice cream and let him know that we love him because he's the baby of the group. We all have, like, 1999 birthdays, and he's a 2000 birthday. Way late 2000, not way late, but middle of summer 2000 birthday. He's our little baby. But, yeah. Yeah, so I do have to be around, I don't even have a watch on. So I'm just going to have to try to figure out when it's around 5 o'clock. But like I said, and I'll just go over one more time. You can send me requests or tutorials or questions on how I do my animatics or how I do anything I've done on my channel. Or anything. You can ask me anything. We can look at some of my old notebooks, some of my old line notebooks, or I can show you my room or something, I guess. Whatever you guys want to do. I'm here to thank you guys. So whatever you guys want to do. Right now I'm just drawing something that Katie requested. I don't know. This is literally just doodling. I'm trying not to take too long on this. Yeah. There we go. And he's holding something, some object, high above. And he's climbing like a squirrel. And he has boots on. Because I love characters with boots for some reason. Well, bam. Art. I'm an artist and he is an armpit. My profile picture is not from Voltron. My profile picture is... Ooh, that would be fun. There it is. My profile picture is just a... In one of my sketchbooks, I drew a doodle of somebody with a galaxy back. And so then I drew a picture of somebody with a galaxy... I painted it. Mason! Hi, I'm so happy you're here. The cinematography or choreography of my animatics. To be entirely honest, I wing it. Oh, Pidge's is. Yeah, you were probably talking to Pidge. I'm sorry. So, it... Okay. Basically, probably Mason. Mason, were you the one who asked me if I was doing a Michael in the bathroom animatic? I know someone did, and I feel like it was you, but I'm not positive. But basically, my process for animatics is first I need to listen to a song almost to the point that it drives me crazy. Because I need to, A, usually memorize the lyrics, because it helps. And B, I just spend that time trying to envision how it would go. And usually... So the problem with my Michael in the bathroom animatic is I'm not sure how to do the choreography for that. So, as all of you guys know, I don't have a tablet and I don't do any of my things on my computer. Except for sometimes editing. Like editing them into a video. So basically, what it ends up coming down to is I'm restricted. For Michael in the bathroom, I'd love to actually have a background of a bathroom. But unless I want to redraw a bathroom every time, I can't do that. And B, I'm not sure how to convey things for it. Which is actually, I was really hoping that you'd show up, Mason, so I could apologize to you in case that never ends up getting done, because it's, in my head, I know what I want to convey, but I don't know how to draw out what I want to convey. But usually, let me see if I can, give me a second to grab one of my notebooks that has some of my animatics in them. I'm right back. You're just staring at my carpet. Don't worry about it. Do you have any animatics? No, you don't. What notebooks am I looking for? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here. We'll take the big green notebook. Or some of you guys might know the big green notebook. Yeah, and drawing bathrooms are hard. To be honestly, like, Be More Chill, it's an okay musical. I've listened to some of it, but it's far from being, like, one that I really love, and I haven't listened to all the music, but some of the songs are really cool that can be used for stuff. So this is for my Voltron animatic Highwayman that I did a while ago. And so usually I use them as story. Of course, animatics for me are a way to tell a story. So, and I usually like to line it up with the lyrics. So, for this one, I almost am not sure what you mean by how do I do the cinematography and stuff. Because it's pretty much just, I draw what I think in my head would fit the lyrics. So, this is, I'll fly a starship across the universe divide, and when I reach the other side. So I wanted to convey, A, the fact that he's basically one of the, Korean is underrated, but he's the pilot. When I reach the other side, so I'll find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become a highwayman again. Or I may simply be a single drop of rain, but I will remain and I'll come back again and again and again and again. And so, I love Korean so much. Ugh.
Animatics. Here's something deep for you, Quinn. Animation is stop motion. Bam. Animation is just basically your brain's ability to not distinguish different panels that are close enough together. How to... Basically, all I can say is I try to match up what I see in my head with lyrics into a single picture. So I could say, like... Oh, this one's almost too self-explanatory. I don't know if I have any more in this notebook, though. Did I do any more animatics in this? Oh, here we go. We have, like, 3 in here. Oh, I don't know if I know Echo Gillette. It's not ringing any bells immediately. So, I guess for this one, this is Control, which was my Paranatural one. I focused on, again, I tried to tell the story, so... It's so hard to describe how I choose it, because it just kind of... Here, I'll just, like, stop rambling about this and just say... I listen to the song and envision what the animatic would be enough that I can figure out a way to simplify it into single pictures. I don't know if that helped at all. If I ever find a better way of wording it, I'll try to tell you. But it really is just about visualizing it in my head enough to the point where I can figure out a way to draw it on paper. And sometimes I have to change my ideas because my artistic abilities are limited and I can't draw what I want. There, we'll just end there. Yeah, I'll stop talking about it now because I'm just rambling and not being of much help. I apologize. Thank you, Pidge. I'm sorry if that was confusing to anyone else. Anyway, anything else you guys want to do? Are you tired of this? Oh, I watched, let's see. Okay, I'm very glad that was helpful. YouTubers I watch Markiplier, I watch Jacksepticeye, I watch Game Theory and GT Live. That's about it, I think. I mean, if any of you guys watch Warrior Cats animations, which, yes, I know those of you who don't are probably like, you nerd. I'm subscribed to a lot of them. But, I think that's about it. As far as who I follow on as far as who I'm subscribed to on YouTube. Oh, I do Dan and Phil too, yes. I do know who Dan and Phil are, and I'm subscribed to them as well. I'm trying to think, but I'm pretty sure that might be it. Like, I follow several animators and artists and stuff, but not like a too terrible large amount. So, yeah. Here's my cool wall of art that's all outdated. I watched just recently Dan and Phil, or specifically Dan's one on when he had to go to the Bahamas or whatever because he was in the United States on a work permit, but he couldn't stay that long, so he had to leave and come back as a tourist or whatever. I love their stories. I'm really big for stories, and I'm really big for watching videos of people enjoying spending time with friends together. Like, Markiplier will have videos where it's just him and, like, Ethan and Tyler doing something silly. And I just love to see, like, good, wholesome interactions. Good, wholesome interactions are cool. I love them. Which is kind of what I'd like to do with Katie and our, like, little Let's Plays. I like vlogs too. I like watching people do video games partially because I'm cheap or can't buy them, or because I like to see people's reactions. Like watching Dan and Phil do Undertale. They reacted so closely to how I reacted and it was great. Oh, it was so nice. I was like, you guys understand how to play this. Yeah, I'm very proud of my wall. Like I said, a lot of it is kind of older art, but I got permission to do this from my mother once. And so, I don't know. I like to think my bedroom's quirky. Here, you know what? I am going to take you guys on a tour of my bedroom just because I said so. My bedroom's not like teeny, but it's pretty small. It's nothing to be like I have tons of friends that have bigger bedrooms. But I don't know what a Gen demon is. You might be referring to Ava's demon, which I do read and I love a lot. And the art style is mwah. Oh, the art style of Ava's demon is so good. I don't watch either of those. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it gives posters and stuff, gives the room personality. These are a bunch of buttons I have that I've collected over the years. It's from when I volunteered at the library for a while. I made a little Makar one time, and I'm really proud of him. Oh, if I run out of battery showing you guys my room, I'll be mad at myself. I don't know what MMOs is. Me and Katie. 'Cause we were babies once. Fun fact, I was once a baby. A bunch of stuff. I just have basically a bunch of crap everywhere. But yes, I love Ava's Demon. Oh, here, let's see if there's another cute picture of me and Katie as youngins. Nope, can't see one immediately. I have not read Long Exposure. Those are some prints I got from, like, one of the only times I've ever been to a con. I'll have to look into it, though, whatever Long Exposure is. I did mountain biking once, back when I was healthy, and then I stopped, so I don't. Oh, I recently bought a Polaroid camera. And so here are some pictures of me with some of my friends. Because I love them. Ugh. Different styles of art and I love art, man. Art is good. Oh, there's Diet Coke in this. Well then. Here's a bunch of necklaces I basically never wear. Here are the corsages from the 2 times I've been to a dance. How much is Undertale? I don't understand. Oh, how much does it cost? I don't remember. I bought it a while ago. This is where I keep even more art supplies and even more drawing notebooks. All my small drawing notebooks get shoved down here. Back in the olden days when I was a youngin', this is more 7th grade stuff. And then I have even more art supplies that I never use down here. My room is basically just a mess. And then I have a scarf in front of one of my windows. Not because the window's broken. The window works fine. I just thought it looked nice to have a scarf in front of it that blows in the wind. Alright. What do you guys want to do now? Or, let's see what time it is. I should probably check what time it is. Yeah, we've been going for a while. You guys want to end this here? Or is there anything else you guys wanted to do? I actually am curious how you guys found my channel, because I've been through quite a few different popular fandoms. Like, not necessarily that I've been popular in them, but I've traveled to different ones. Technically, I've gone to 3 dances. I went to one that was like a really like low-key girls' choice dance. I went to prom this year. And last year I went to homecoming. So I've been to 3. So I think a decent amount. Can I redraw old art? Oh yeah. Let me grab a notebook. Sorry, I'm plugging my phone back in again, so no more going on cool walks with me. You guys are left there while I go and grab a notebook. Whoa, that's right, Signe. My congratulations, animatic. That's one of the first animatics I think I ever put up. Oh, wow. And that's the first one I ever did, like... Oh, I remember that one. Oh, that one's so old. Oh my gosh. And my style's so different from then. Wow. I almost forgot about that. Alright, we have this notebook, which is one that I redraw stuff in a lot. This is a good classic one. So let's take a peek and see if there's anything I really am in the mood to redraw. Let's see. Some of these I redrew really recently. I used to really be into drawing like computer programs as characters, because that was like a thing people would do. I don't know which one you guys want to see, the original or what I'm drawing. Yeah, that sounds about right. I did a lot of Hamilton ones. Like, I've done other things for other stuff, but Hamilton I feel like is the one where I did the most consecutive for that one specific. Like, that really was, like, me targeting an audience, probably. Like, I love the musical. I listen to the musical nonstop. I asked Katie. I used to listen to all 2 hours of that musical every night and run around lip-singing it. Yeah, lots of those workshop songs I feel like could have really cool animatics done to them if I could muster up the motivation. Aww. Aww. I'm so happy. I'm very happy with my Skyway Sisters, so I'm very happy you found me through that one, Dark Knight, because that's a good one to find me through. But I'm also very happy. Mason, both you and Signe have been here for a very long time, and I've loved having both of you guys here for so long. It's really been, honestly, such a joy to have you guys be, I don't know, there for me. You guys have just always been there for me. What kind of TV shows do I like? I used to like Gravity Falls a lot. I like Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Steven Universe. That's kind of it. I don't really get into new TV shows very often. I like The Office, if that helps. I don't know. What the heck is that pose? I'm not sure. We're going to try to copy the pose as best as I can. Like I said, I don't know what you guys want to be looking at. The old one or the new one? And I've said this several times on here, but if you guys ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here for you. Life can be lonely. Sometimes. So look, there goes fluttering. Oh, but I was sleeping the other night and it like casually like went over and like basically like caressed my face and it like woke me up instantly. Sorry, I'm focused. I miss AIM. I loved AIM. I don't know what this design is. Like, it's not bad. I don't hate the design. I'm just... See, look. Here's what I'm talking about. 8th grade. This was from 8th grade. Yeah, probably. Probably 8th grade. And this is, like, emo-ish girl, because that's how I wanted to be that. I've always wanted to be emo. Can I say that? I always wanted to be goth. I don't know why. I know AIM is still here, but I don't see her anymore, Quinn. You think I talk to anyone from school when school's not in? That's cute. Like, really, it's a miracle that I talk to my friends when school's not in. That goes to show you how good of friends we are, is the fact that I talk to them when school's not in. I don't know where this picture's going. I'm just drawing it. I think that's partially why me and my friends work so well. Is because I have one friend that will literally come into my house and forcibly remove me to go and make me have fun. Which is someone I kind of need in my life. Because I'm a pretty stubborn homebody who then gets lonely because I'm a homebody. Yeah, it's Google Chrome. That's why. And that, if you saw those pictures earlier, those were like supposed to be like Wi-Fi or something. Yeah, not or something. I know that they were supposed to be Wi-Fi, but I don't know why I thought drawing Wi-Fi was a good idea. Like, to be honest, I don't have diaries, which I should. I should have a diary so that people can remember me after I'm gone and I can't talk and ramble on the internet anymore. But, on the flip side, my notebooks are almost like diaries. Not for all of them, but for a decent amount of the drawings, I can remember things by looking at the drawing. Because I can remember, to an extent, drawing it. I do not live in South Carolina. Why did you think I'm curious, like, why did you think I lived in South Carolina? Do I seem like a South Carolinian? Oh, no, please, I am not the only person who can say I've tried to draw Wi-Fi. You'd be surprised. You need to browse the, internet more. I'm sure plenty of people have tried to draw the internet. And she has, like, these weird rollerblades on. Which I'm not saying that the rollerblades look bad. I'm not sure why she had rollerblades. Probably just because I wanted to include the Chrome logo one more time somehow. There we go. That's probably about as good as I'm going to get on this cramp page. Oh, I forgot to finish up the hair. Bam! Redraw. Gosh dang it. Why does this always seem to get so blurry right when I need it to be working? So this is 2013. See, this notebook for a little while, I actually dated them. How cool of me. I'm an MVP. And this is 2017. And now I just draw heads too big for the body. No big deal. But now I'm old enough to know that I can say it's stylistic preference. I just draw it because that's my style. But I'm genuinely curious why you thought I lived in South Carolina. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with South Carolina. Oh. No, no, you're going to make me try to recall where the states are again. No, I think I live pretty decently far away from you. I mean, I live where it's mountain time. That's why this was at 1 o'clock mountain time. Oh, please. I've been in a job interview and I would never mention how nerdy I am. This character's pretty tough looking. See, look, I would never, like, instinctually draw a hand going in that direction now. I don't know why. I just don't. I've actually redrawn this picture a couple of times. Maybe I'll just quickly sketch out the pose. Oh, no, I can't do this with one hand. He's facing the weird direction. Oh, this is one J Feather human design I drew back in 8th grade. I apologize. We're just going to... yes. Don't worry. I'm just... Hey, big nerd. It's 2:45 over here. Yes, it is. What time is it where you guys are? Oh, please, don't be so nitpicky, Quinn. Good old doodles. Good old... Oh, look, here's Becky attempts to draw something creepy. Where'd it go? It was here a second ago. Oh, wow. 4:45. Well, I'll try to stop this around 5 o'clock Dark Knight's time then. I feel like that's a good time to stop this. So we'll have, like... Then we will have gone for about 2-ish hours. I feel like that's a good place to stop. Oh, so that's cool. So... See? You guys fell for my trap. I now know a region in which all of you live. Aha. Basically, we're squashed. Signy is squashed in between both me and Dark Knight. Aha. This was when I took German. Don't knock the mountains till you try them, Signy. I do hope I'm saying your name right. If I ever say any of your guys' names wrong, just be like, yo, Becky, that's not cool. I have a real name. And then I'll be like, of course. Das Flusspferd. That's hippopotamus in German. Back when I used to take German. Wow. We'll draw this. Because now I've drawn Siri. And this is serious stuff. And I'm still going to say it, Quinn. Okay, good. Because I know I've asked you for it before, but then I always get worried that maybe I don't know. I'm an idiot, so I'm always worried. Basically, I'll just leave it at that. And then that would be like the row of apps or whatever that she's poking at. That is a thick arm. I don't know why that hand looks so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're just going to move on. We're just going to move on with life. This is just a simple redraw. Oh, I have no idea. I'm not even going to try Dark Knight. Your name is Arabic and it means dark. I have no idea. And because I'm doing this right now, I can't even, like, cheat and go on to Google Translate. Because I'm just petrified that if I go off of this tab, I think it will cut off my stream. And I don't want to cut you guys off. But I'm really curious what it is. Like, honestly, I am. I do like Les Mis. I don't actually know all the songs, and I haven't seen the movie or seen it or anything like that. But I do like the music that I have heard from it, if that makes sense. I haven't ever, like, purposefully seeked out. I think that's, yeah. I haven't ever purposefully seeked it out, but I do like it. I've wanted to do a few Les Mis stuff, but I'm a lazy person. Your nickname's Lala. That's a pretty nickname. Actually, like, honestly, that is a very pretty nickname. Maybe I'll just call you that until you can finally confess or I Google your name. Let's give this clothing more life. See, look. So now, like, the cloak... I don't know. Here, Becky attempts to teach. So the cloak can just lay on her body, but it gives the cloak more dimensions if you show that it's, I don't know, goes around her body. I love One Day More. I love One Day More a lot. I know Dream to Dream. I know Stars. I probably know more than that, but I can't think of their names, like, right off the top of my head. And I've heard bits and pieces of songs that I don't actually know the names to. Oh, yeah, Bring It On. You mentioned that, right? You mentioned that in one of your... When I was like, hey, you guys should totally give me requests. I never drew her face. I was about to continue on, but I never drew her face. I should. The problem with me in life is I'm a lazy person who is really good at being lazy. I love One Day More. Oh my heavens. Oh, it's such a good song. Those might be too big of teeth. Oh, you guys can't even see. I mean, I drew the teeth the right size the first time, of course. Why did you just write Katie and Becky, Quinn? I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. I don't know why, but she looks like she's crying out in this now. Or is very emo. That's okay. Siri's probably just tired of everyone being like, hey, Siri! And then they say it in public and everyone else is like, can you, like, just be quiet about that? That's the one thing I don't like. I don't like it when people do, like, they're like, hey, Google. I'm like, but we're in the middle of a conversation. Be quiet. So, yeah, there you go. That's another redraw. I don't remember who requested redraws, but I really love doing redraws, so we're just going to continue with it. Until somebody asks me to do something otherwise. Layla, oh my heavens. I'm sorry, Darkenite, but you have a beautiful name. Your name is beautiful. Layla is such a pretty name. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's like the name of a protagonist in a story. Oh, I love that. Oh, here's my little... I'm still proud of this comic I drew. You can't really tell what it says. Yay, I got out early. And look at the halls. What's that noise? Oh, I have been to Lagoon. I'm actually not much of one for amusement parks. If I'm hanging out with people, I prefer to be doing something more passive. Let's play Mario Kart or Mario Party or something and talk. Let's sit and talk. Movies are okay. I prefer it to be a movie that everyone else has seen so we can make fun of the movie together. I enjoy doing more passive things with people. Again, probably because I'm a lazy piece of crap. See, look. I think it was Dark Knight. I drew these poses off of references. Do you think I could draw anything this good with this much, like this, nearly this good, way back when I was this age? No. But it helped teach me principles about how to put faces, how to do this, how to do that. So yes, these are off of references, but they help to teach me. And then now, because they helped to teach me the principles, and then I built on those principles and got better by also looking at other stuff, etc., etc. And over time, I could draw the same pose, but now with more emotion. I drew them around Valentine's Day, not gonna lie. I'm mostly gonna skim through this, but this is actually why I have the name I do on several of my social media. Oh, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Ew. Ew. I'm gonna check first now. We're getting into the embarrassing region. That doesn't suck. That's cool. I have no idea how I drew that pose, but it looks really cool and I wish I could draw it now. You ever do that? You look back at, like, what you drew 8 bazillion years ago and you're like, oh, if only I could draw like that. Like, you understand that you've gone better in so many ways, but in some ways, like, there are things you lose. I do know of Monster High. I don't actually watch it, but I know what it is. And the designs look cool. I always thought that the designs looked cool. And cool concepts. I'm just never sure. A lot of times I've been let down by TV shows or that kind of stuff where they have really cool concepts, but they don't actually... I don't know. It's probably most of a, but you don't do it how I would type of thing. But I guess that's why you become an artist or you become a writer, which I would love to become an author. Because then I can tell stories my way and how I feel like they should be told. I redrew this in one of my recent things. I don't know which. I think it's in the big notebook. Here, actually, we'll see if I can show you guys a side-by-side. I drew this. This is actually... So this is a redrawing of something else that I drew even before the 8th grade. And then I redrew it like that, which looks okay. It doesn't look great, but it looks okay. And I was very proud of it at the time. And I think it's important to be proud of your art. Because when you're proud of your art, you keep drawing. So I drew that. And then I think, basically, I feel like this is the closest I've ever been to drawing this how I've always seen it in my head. Which was a really neat moment for me. To feel like I've redrawn something how I've always seen it. And, like, the point is, you're always exploring. This is exploring perspective. It doesn't look great, but it's exploring perspective and movement. I've always wanted to redraw this. Someday. I want to actually, like, paint it or something. But I'm also too impatient to paint. Oh, I always want to be one of those people that could, like, I don't know if you guys know what this means, but could cross-hatch very well. It's essentially where shading is just lines. So I have an example of it somewhere in here, in a few pages. I always wanted to be able to do this kind of thing really well. This is the only time I've done it in some capacity where I felt like I had done it adequately. Oh no, don't get water on the paper. I always wanted to be one of those people. If you guys know who Toasty Hat is, or Empty Feet is their YouTube, I look up to their art style so much. This is a character that was in one of my stories, but then I took her out. Because she unintentionally made one of my other characters flatter. Yes, that's it, cross-hatching. That's what it's called. I always wanted to be good at cross-hatching. But I could never quite figure it out. This character, if you guys have watched any of my OC stuff, This is Felix, who's the fire guy. He's gone through lots of character designs. Out of all, actually, Briar has probably stayed is the one that has stayed the most the same since I originally came up with him. They're both, all of those guys are OCs that I've had since 7th grade. So, Briar's probably stayed the most similar. Reagan changed race because I realized that, I don't know, I desired diversity, and B, I felt like it fit his character more. And I had always been struggling with his character design, and I had never known what was wrong with Reagan's character design until I changed it. And then it just felt like the character design fit him. And then but Felix, I've been constantly going between how his hair should look, how long is his hair, clothes does he wear, etc., etc. So Felix, this is a Felix at one point in his life. Oh, if I could, someday we just need to go through like really old crap because dang. Oh, this is so cool. Dang, I drew that good. Thank you. I adore my OCs. I have so many stories. I need to get around to writing my stories someday. I love them all so much, and I just want to be able to share them with everyone. Can I draw an emo girl? Yes, I can. I'll draw that in like 5 seconds. We're almost done with this. I do know Evanescence, but only from My Immortal, let's be honest here. And I do know 21 Pilots. I actually used to have an animatic that was 21 Pilots song Stressed Out, but because it was one of Katie's story ideas, I became uncomfortable with having it somewhere where other people could see it. Because the story idea started out as like a fan fiction, but then essentially all the characters just took on their own lives outside of what it was originated on, and all the story took on its own life. And so we wanted to try to separate it from the fandom, but I didn't want to have that there so that people, and like risk people writing fan fiction based on it and then discrediting it if she ever wanted to pursue it in the future. So I do know 21 Pilots. Yes, my babies. Well, this is kind of cool. So we have that. And then at one point I drew that. I don't know when I drew that, but then I drew that. Just, I don't know. You experiment in life. And it's cool to go back and look and see yourself experimenting with different styles and different things. Even if it didn't work out well, even if you don't use that style now, it's cool to try out different things. Closed eyes. I don't often close my eyes. That doesn't make sense. I don't often close off the circle in which the eyeball is. But I would experiment with that and how to go about doing that. So yeah. Oh, that's a long story. I don't want you guys to. Oh, that came out wrong as well. I've gone through bouts of depression, but nothing ever that bad. That was about one of my characters for one of my stories. So don't go worrying about me. I was gonna draw an emo person. That's right. I'll probably go for a few more minutes before I finish this up. Oh my heavens. The amount of the volume of chibi I used to draw. Look, there's one right there. He's hiding. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one way up there. I don't know if you can see him. I used to draw chibi a lot. Oh. Like, I don't know if I ever told you guys. I feel like I have my story on one of these. One of these things I've done. But, basically, when I was in 2nd grade, we had a kid whose parent taught art. And one day she came in and taught manga. And that changed my life. Because I then went to the library and I checked out books about how to draw manga. And I ended up watching anime. And I ended up doing all of this stuff just because of that. And so really my style originated from anime. It originated from drawing from how to draw books. I never actually followed the steps. I just tried to copy the final product. And of course, some of those books had chippies in them, and so I tried to draw chippies so hard. They're a weird breed. Breed? Like chippies are a breed or something. Like, this is my chippy farm. We breed chippies here. I don't know what kind of... Do you have any particular emo girl / goth girl you're thinking of, Dark Knight? Like hard or like soft emo? Or like... I have not watched Soul Eater. I always thought Soul Eater looked appealing to watch. I have a hard time desiring to get into shows that require a lot of commitment. I watched and read Full Metal Alchemist. I've read a few different, not really well-known manga here and there throughout my time. Just periodically. One was called Animal Academy. One was called Sakura Hime. I don't really read them that much anymore. I watched Orin High School Host Club. That's one of the ones I watched. I call myself a gamer, but I don't play a lot of games. I call myself someone who likes anime, but I haven't actually watched that many anime. I'm a liar. Hard, but almost pastel goth. Okay, we'll work on this. Let's see what we can do. Of course, it's black and white, so we'll see what we can do. I can lengthen them if you want them to cover one eye. Just say the word. Just say the request. Well, they're covering one eye anyway. I really love Orin High School Host Club, and I love overanalyzing things, to be honest. I adore overanalyzing things. Maybe that's why I like game theory, is because I love it overanalyzes basically everything. So, in Orin High School Host Club, I overanalyze stuff. Basically, let's see. I play lots of Zelda. I really love The Legend of Zelda. I like Animal Crossing. I play some Pokemon games. And that's about it. Well, just Tamaki, his entire character. In the first episode, Tamaki goes, I'm always dripping in good looks. And it seems to have, this tone of, whether, the voice actor intended it or not, it seems to have, this tone of, reluctance to it. He's just so used to having to play this part or something. And I don't know. The characters ended up being so much deeper than you would have gleaned from the idea of the story originally. I don't know why. I've always really loved... So my friend just texted me, do you want to come see Hamilton with me in April next year? And I'm like, son, how do you think we're going to get tickets? Boy, how are we going to get enough money? Child, what are you thinking? So am I supposed to glean from this, Layla, that you are, in fact, a pastel goth with side-swept bangs? Let me text back my friend. He just barely listened to Hamilton for the first time after me begging him, basically all school year. And now he's really into it. That's basically how all my friends go. I get really into something, and then they're like, oh, that's cool. And then suddenly, like, one of my other friends watches it, and they're like, you should watch this. And they're like, that's amazing! I don't know what I'm drawing. Here, we'll call that good for now. Ta-da. I'm not entirely sure how to draw pastel goth, so I sure did take a stab at it. If I had a knife, I'd go great, but I don't have one. I don't know who Johnny, I'm not going to attempt to say that last name, is. Okay, well, sorry, talking to my friend again. He's like, it's only for season ticket holders? Yes. It's not only, but they get first pick. So, yeah, probably. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, everyone who watched it in general. If those of you who participated at any time come back and decide to watch this from the up to the end, because I will be posting this on my YouTube. Mason and Layla, I've had a great time talking with you guys and stuff. I've actually really enjoyed this. So probably next time I hit a cool milestone, maybe if I ever manage to make it up to 1,000, that requires me to actually do more animatics, which I need to figure out a song and characters and get around to drawing. But if we make it to 1,000 or something, maybe we'll do something like this again, because this was a lot of fun for me. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I hope anybody who is watching this at any point in time is having a lovely day or will have a lovely day. Like I've said in this video many times, if you ever need someone to talk to or anything, I'm totally here and open. So have a great rest of your day. And I love you guys. Oh, Signy, I didn't know why you're here. It says I only have 2 people watching, and so I assume that was Mason and Layla. But Signy, you too. Thank you so much for being here. And so I'll talk to all of you guys later. I love all of you. And bye.